How you doing? Sitting here on the steps of the Hagen Museum and been reviewing my life experiences, my path, my ups and downs, my epiphanies, my paranormals, my out-of-bodies, my near-deaths, and just slowly putting it all on tape. My son knows nothing about it. My brothers and sister know nothing about it. And I'm just going to keep doing it. And here's another one. How you doing? Today I want to talk about I was married, my first marriage. This would have been 1989, and my spiritual circuits were opening up. I was coming to realizations about my life. At the same time, Area 51 and Bob Lazar were in the news. There's quite a few disclosures. In '89, I went to my first UFO Congress in Modesto. I met some people there. Just fundamentally changed, shifted in my life. Just by meeting these two people, I began to put together a lot of my research. And then in 1990, I gave my first lecture. I had separated from my first wife. Gave my first lecture in Mill Valley at a metaphysical bookstore called UFOs, the Big Picture. Showed many things. I talked about what was in the news at the time. Basically, in '89, the research at that time was looking at a social media acclamation, where images of extraterrestrials interacting in society were becoming the norm. Simpsons, Alf, pretty much every sitcom had an episode where somebody saw a UFO and had to call in the Air Force and have it explained away as whatever. But again, that's just getting into the social consciousness, because that's just where we were in the time. So I separate from my first wife, and by then I had begun to do a lot of research. I had gathered a lot of Wendell Stevens' UFO contact books. I was in Germany in '76 and '77 when the Billy Meyer contacts were happening. So coming back into 1991, after I did my first lecture, my name kind of got out there. After that first lecture, hour-and-a-half lecture, that I had several people come up to me, introduce themselves, gave me business cards, hey, call me. The theme that I got over about 2 years of doing lecturing, all up and down the state of California, everywhere, in people's living rooms and in huge I did multimedia events with 2 other lecturers, took several hours, big stuff, a lot of stuff we were talking about. The common thread I got, people were having missing time. You couldn't figure out what had happened. I'll relay one story here. Actually, I will get into that on another tape, because there's so much as far as that aspect of it. So I continued to lecture, continued to research, because where I was at was I was trying to bring in the good and the bad, the positive, the negative. And you bring it into the center, and you bring it into balance. So you have to acknowledge all the nasty shit, which there's a lot of, and that's just in life. And there's noise coming, so I'm going to stop my tape here and continue in a moment. Thanks.